No extra charge for mistakes. You know, that's probably how I would practice. Really digging these backing tracks. And so, you know, just going through different ideas. Like I stumbled upon this little lick, playing through that. You know, I mean, I'm playing all kinds of stuff here. This is, you know, not necessarily an inspired, you know, total recording situation here or anything. But like this kind of lick here, you know. From B up to the E, and then I stumbled on this little way of doing it. right? You could change it up. So that's what I do. If I have an idea, you know, how do you make it major? How do you change it to the 4? How do you make it comfortable where you're not stumbling all over the place? So like this. You know, you're kind of, your hand is, it's kind of a, it sounds like you're doing a lot, but your hand's really not doing anything. And so, I mean, it's not doing anything crazy, like any kind of acrobatics. It's pretty comfortable, right? So I'm always going for hand position. You know, what kind of things, you know, that kind of lick like that, you know. Sounds like a lot, but you're, it's just the sound of it, and going from like you know, the 1 to the 4, 1 to the 5, you know, to the 5. So that's pretty cool. And then just getting into this slow blues. I mean, this backing track goes on for like almost 13 minutes. I wouldn't do that to you or myself, but just getting into that, like 1, 2, 3. Really starting out slow. I mean, when you think you're playing, you know, too light and not enough, you need to just like cut that in half or quarters, because man, it's like really, you can tell, like, man, I mean, I'm not taking my time to build a 13-minute guitar solo here with 2 crescendos, but you know, and I missed that last part where they brought it down, the computer band over here, the Apple guys. And so, man, here, the apple pickers. So here, look. Really easing into it, and really easing into it. And so, like, I mean, you could start this off a bunch of different ways. Watch, you could do this. You could start low. Play the same lick. the 5. So I'm still thinking cage system and chord shape. I'm telling you, it's all going to come back to that. Go to the 5. There's your A shape. You got to be careful when you go to the 5 though on this stuff. So when you go up to the F sharp and then the 4, you can play those blues licks, but you gotta put the major third in there. You can't just it's really not going to work well over the 4 chord in that. You gotta really those little slurs. That kind of stuff, right? Cool shit, right? Triads. 4 diminished. It's all about these triads and knowing where you're at. So on the 5, go to the 4. Here's another one. I stole that from Robin Ford. But it also works over the major. I heard him do this. Actually, he did it down here. In E. But in B, you can do it in major. You see how I'm using those 6th also? It's giving you more of that uptown and getting a little bit farther away from this. It's more like, right? I did this little chord thing. Right? So that kind of stuff, just breaking your playing up where you might start really traditional blues. But then you might start, adding a little bit of the, more of that Mixolydian kind of sound, dominant 7 scale, I like to call it that. So you're not just playing, you're not only is the intensity of your playing growing with the solo, but your ideas are changing too. You might, and you're thinking about this kind of in sections. Otherwise you're just gonna not know when to crescendo and not know when to bring it down. So all these things are running in the subconscious of your mind while you're soloing on a slow blues, which is one of the hardest things to do on the planet, is solo over a slow blues. It's really, really hard. I mean, because if you don't start so soft and leave so much space, which I didn't do perfectly here, but this is the idea, and in the heat of battle, when you're on the bandstand, you're really milking these notes, and the audience is like hopefully drawn in. It's just like a conversation. It's like, lean in and talk soft to somebody, and I guarantee you they're gonna lean in and try to hear what you're saying, instead of coming in and going like, blah, 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 like I do sometimes. And so, that it's very much a language. I mean, if you think about it more of like that, like phrases, punctuation, ending spots, starting spots, it is very much a language. And that's not a cliche. I mean, when you really think about how much is related to that, it's really amazing, and it's a great parallel. And so anyway, just make sure you're starting really, really soft, maybe nice and clean, right? And then as your solo increases, you know, your ideas, like I said, your ideas are changing. You might do, and I was going to say, speaking in sections, like, you know, one chord progression through, and then the next one, you should be getting onto some new ideas by that point. And then segueing into some other ideas, like maybe play some chord melody stuff or some chordal ideas. Throw in some ideas like that. This is one of my favorite things I stole from somebody. The nine chord. I like these tension builders, like. Then back. Here's a great one right here. That's E7. Back to your B, right? You got to know that. You can always go chromatically from the 5. But like start off with some of these classics, right? You right? Going to the 4. It's not how fancy you play, it's your phrasing and knowing confidently what notes to land on. If you do this, you know, sorry. Yeah, man, and then the 4. Albert King. And then back to the 1, watch this. So this is a great Albert King lick. Right, stuff like that. So there's a little stuff on the slow blues. You know, this kind of stuff too. You know, that's a tension builder. And so all these little, I wouldn't call those tricks, but they are tools to be able to incorporate in the vocabulary of the blues stuff. So I'll get on more with these backing tracks, and hopefully that's helping and you guys are digging that. I'm gonna start going through some of these viewer comments and thanking the guys that have donated. A bunch of guys have been donating, and I'm selling this Strat. And so you can message or I'll tell you what, even better, if you want to email bookings@GuthrieTrapp.com for anything serious or private lessons or anything like that. Email bookings@GuthrieTrapp.com because I don't always see messages on Instagram or Facebook or all that stuff. So I'm going to sell this Strat, and there's an amp I'm selling because this is going to help help me pay for the Uncle Larry, my part of the Uncle Larry record. And all the GT Trio stuff, live footage we got, audio and video, it gets expensive, and so I'm just gonna use that. I don't really gig with this Strat a whole lot. I mean, I love it, and it's a great guitar. It's a '66 Strat, all original '66 pickups. Everything is '66 neck, everything except the only thing that's changed is the body is a newer body. But man, I got this guitar from Greg Voros at Gruins, and he put it together, and it's a badass guitar, and you can tell it sounds great. The neck is just super comfortable. I probably should not sell this guitar, but I'm thinking about it. So if you want to email about the guitar, bookings@GuthrieTrapp.com. Check out all the links below. More stories to come. Those are unlimited content for the stories, and then unlimited content for the music. So Thanks a bunch, guys. Like I said, check out the lessons. Been booking a bunch of those, and that always helps. And you know, teaching you guys guitar lessons is way better than going out and playing the same solo every night in some pop country band, which I've never done before and won't ever do that. So thanks for helping me not have to go do that. I ain't afraid to mow somebody's grass, man. Anyway, bluegrass is good grass, and don't forget that either. Those are words to live by. Check out some Jimmy Martin, man. Tennessee, I hear you calling me. All right, guys, thanks a bunch. Happy Saturday. It's raining here in Nashville. We'll catch you soon. Hope you got something out of that. And I love you guys. You know who you are. Thanks. Here's a Mike Moody Magic amps. Great amp, just something that I don't use. I'm gonna ask $3 for it. They don't make them anymore. Or best offer. Here's the back. It's got the good Celestian blue in there. Killer little Vox AC-15 style amp, but way better, of course, boutique. You know, pretty kick-ass amp. And so I'm making some room for some extra cash to help pay for the Uncle Larry record and the GT Trio live audio and video footage that we're going to be releasing, which we think is going to be badass. Thanks a bunch, guys. See you soon.
Wrong road again, going back where I've already been, even knowing where it will end. Here I go down that wrong road again. Come here, do the solo.